If you suffer with a stiff and painful lower back, in today's video, I'm going to reveal one exercise that can help you to relieve it. My name is Will Harlow, and I'm the Over-Fifties specialist physio here at HT Physio in Farnham. And I've helped thousands of people over 50 to reduce the symptoms of back pain and stiffness, both in my clinic and through this YouTube channel. And I'm going to be showing you how to do just that in a matter of minutes. Back stiffness can be caused by a number of different factors, including arthritis, muscle tightness, and sometimes even stress. And one of the most common iterations of back stiffness is this difficulty bending forwards. It's like you bend forwards and bam, it tightens up and stops you from moving. Now, this can be a problem because obviously you can't pick things up from the floor. Sometimes it can be difficult to move around at home, and it can even be difficult to sit down. Luckily, there's one simple exercise that can help you with this kind of problem, and that's what we're going to look at now. So I've got one great exercise to help you fix this problem. Now, I'm going to show you the exercise first, then we're going to explain exactly how it works. But before I show you it, you just need to be aware it's not going to be suitable for everyone. Do get checked out before you give it a try, and if it causes you any pain, just avoid it. Now, this exercise is called wall flexion, and it's very, very straightforward. All you're going to do is find a wall that you can lean against. And what we want to do is start off with your bottom and your shoulders and possibly your head, if you can get your head on the wall, touching the wall. You want your feet probably about a foot away from the wall, so you've got a bit of a gap between your heels and the skirting board. What we're going to do is start off with our hands touching our thighs like this. And the movement is really simple. You're going to slowly peel yourself off the wall, starting with your head, then your shoulders, and then you're going to run your hands down your thighs like this, slowly peeling yourself forward, vertebra by vertebra, until you start to feel your bottom slide up the wall. So when I get to here, just at the point of my knees, I can just feel my bottom start to slide, and then I'm going to put that movement back into reverse and peel myself back onto the wall. Simple as that. It's a tiny little movement. I'm going to show you one more time. So peel the head first, then the shoulders, then the mid back, and finally the lower back is now starting to bend. I'm going to keep going, keep going, keep going, and then now I can feel my bottom move up the wall. That's my cue to come back on. Now, you might be looking at that thinking that is a silly little movement. How does that help? Let me explain exactly what that's doing right now. So there are two different ways we can bend forward. We could bend forward like this, which is me rounding my spine and moving my hips at the same time, or we could bend like this, which is me just relying on my hips and not moving my back at all. And one of the problems that people have when they've had back pain for a very, very long time is they become scared to do that first movement, the rounding of the spine as well as the hips. And that's a totally safe movement, but because they've had pain for so long, their body recognizes that as a threat. So instead, they get locked into this way of doing things. So they only bend at their hips, their back stays incredibly straight, and there's no movement now happening at the spine. So they can go through life without moving their spine at all. And it's this that often makes back stiffness so much worse. It's probably not the underlying pathology that's stopping them from moving. It's just that movement habit. They haven't done it in such a long time. Now, when you do this exercise, when you're on the wall like this and you peel off slowly, because you're locking your hips in one position on the wall, you're making your back do that first part of the movement. And the reason we're watching for that point where our bottom slides up the wall is because that tells us our hips are now starting to take over. Now, when I give this exercise to patients who've had back pain for a very long time, sometimes they start like this, and even just getting to here, they feel their bottom slide up the wall, and they're like, well, I just moved 2 or 3 inches. Surely that can't be right. But that's because they've been doing it that way for so long. Now, if you keep practicing it, if you keep trying to make it so that it's your spine moving, not your hips, you will get more and more movement before your bottom starts to slide up the wall. Now, obviously, you could continue the movement even after your bottom slides up the wall, but really your hips have just taken over, so we're not really achieving anything. So when you feel your bottom slide, stop, put it into reverse, and keep practicing. Now, this might feel like it's a bit of a frustrating exercise to begin with. You might feel like hardly anything's happening. But if you do this 10 times in a row, several times per day, 2 or 3 times is amazing. Keep doing it every day. You're going to build up that new movement pattern. You're going to show your spine that it's okay to flex. It's okay to bend. It's not going to cause an injury. And when the spine realizes that, or when your brain realizes that, the pain also seems to dissipate for many, many people as well. So stick with it. Keep practicing. In a month's time, you'll be able to get further down, probably to your knees or even past your knees before your bottom starts sliding up the wall. And I can almost guarantee that will lead to an improvement in symptoms over time. So that's how to fix back stiffness fast with one simple exercise that you can do every day. I hope you found this video useful. If you have, then do just drop a comment below and let us know your thoughts, because they do help us to improve this channel. And if you want to get more exercises that will show you how to loosen up back stiffness and build strength in all the right areas, I've got loads of exercises inside my brand new book, Thriving Beyond 50, the 2024 edition. There's a link below this video in the description box to check it out. If you pick up a copy, I think you'll love it, because there's a huge section in here on back pain that's going to help a lot of people. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time, and I'll speak to you again on the next video.